Real quick, before we start today's video on Soul Mask, I want to make it clear that the 1.0 version and the new DLC will be the same size as the base game and can support 500 plus hours of gameplay. And players do not need to play the base game first. You can jump straight in to this new DLC. Now, I'm going to jump in to show you a little bit more about this exciting game and the DLCs and all the cool things about it. Let's go. Well, now this is exciting. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the channel for our first look in a long while at a game by the name of Soul Mask. But you've never seen anything quite like this before. In fact, is that a spaceship about to pass behind the pyramids? Well, kind of. Welcome aboard to all of you, and thank you again for subbing to the channel and smashing that like button, because if you're a big fan of open world survival crafting, base building games, and enthralling combat with thralls, then this game will certainly enthrall you. And now is also going to have a DLC, which we're going to take a look at here today by the name of Shifting Sands. I'm filled with hype and excitement. So again, March 5th, big stuff coming, a brand new Egyptian, obviously, open world environment, and then building your base on an airship, which I always say my favorite thing about a base building game is when the base comes with you, like when you can build a vehicle and it's packed with all your smelters and inventory and weapons and things like that. It's really cool. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop in here and take a little look at what it has to offer. Now, the devs are sponsoring today's video too, so thanks to them for sponsoring, and thanks to all of you for tuning in and being a part of the fun, where you can find out more about this game down below in the description. Now, you probably saw Soul Mask previously on the channel back in 2024. It dropped into early access, and we took a look at the jungle environments, which had some really great, awesome stuff with the inventory. And after I saw that for the first time, I've always praised Soul Mask for how it did its inventory and wanted other... Oh my god. Wow, that music though. Hold on. Whoa. That is a crescendo, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Or whatever you call it. Jeez. All right, well, that's one thing I didn't expect. Man, all right, this game's more excited than I am, and I was pretty excited. Anyway, yeah, so the inventory system of Soul Mask I've always wanted to see in other games. It allows you to do a lot of great stuff in terms of organizing your base, and it makes it easier with friends to figure out where stuff is, because I can't tell you how many times somebody keeps putting rocks into the, you know, the plant fiber box or something like that. So anyway, in this game, you'll be able to live on an ancient airship or build your own. That's going to be awesome. More intense combat than ever before, and deeper exploration with a true Egyptian adventure inside the pyramids. So that's going to be cool. So a lot of great themes here around the Egyptian civilization and like Egypt itself, like the landscape and you know, plants and trees and nature of that sort. But yeah, lots of great stuff for this one. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, you'll be able to play, of course, online with friends, you know, like on online servers, or alone, or with friends, that kind of thing. So we're going to go ahead and start our own map today in the Scorched Land, a new theme available for us. Let's go ahead and go to our next item. Now, we're going to be playing in tribe mode today, but eventually there'll be a survival mode and a warrior mode too. And then there's also preset difficulties, but you can make your own, which is great. Anytime a developer allows you to have 3 billion different settings is amazing. I cannot tell you how many games that I've seen this in, and more games that I want to see this in, allowing you to, you know, adjust how much damage an enemy does, or how frequently you'll find like materials, or like materials inside of a box or whatever, like lootables at POIs will replenish. This game's got a lot of stuff for it, but today I think we're just going to go ahead and go with the like easy version of it. So we'll go ahead and maybe jump back to our previous setting here and see what we can do. Whatever, that's fine. I haven't adjusted anything there, so we'll go with the relaxed mode, and then we'll create a map. So we'll go ahead and call this Raptoria. I know, a very good classic. And then we can allow others to join or make it public on the internet. Also adjust the player limit, which is 4 for now. So we should be good to go. Let's go. Well, hello, ma'am. Okay, cool. So we get to create our own character now, and there's lots of different options here for hairstyle and for body types and facial styles. I don't know about hairstyle though. Look at that hair. That's some good hair right there. I'm gonna go with a character that kind of resembles me as best as I can get it in the shortest amount of time. That's some good hair too. Look at that. Let's see. Let's go with kind of more of a brown hair. Oh, it's kind of more like black or like a Wow, that's almost like a red hair. All right, we'll go with the dark hair then. That's what I am. And then, okay, that's better. Let's go with that. Then we've got some body type adjustments too, so lots of cool options for that, including your height and your body size, that kind of thing. And we'll go with something like that, sure. Facial hair. You can only have a mustache. I guess we'll just go with that for now. And, oh, you can also have lower facial hair. Actually, let's do something like that. The Jebediah. Sure, that looks good to me. All right, let's go. And there's our soul masks, too. Kind of gives us a little bit of a different way to play. This will just be the Celestial Wings for now, so you can see some of the things that modify the gameplay based on our mask. So emergency repair, quantum loop. We can also change the colors of it, which looks amazing. I think I'm going to go with the classic gold and like blue, maybe. That looks fine. And then we get to enter our name, which I am not Raptoria, but Raptor. Force a habit. There we go. I'm going to become Jim Carrey.
Pestilence blights the land far and wide. Starving souls lie scattered o'er. The barren mounds our homeland is lost, and desolation reigns on every side. Yet still I recall the days when the gods' guidance abode the realm throbbed with life, and prosperity once flowed. The kingdom stood at the very height of its glory then. But when the true god departed from our ken, everything fell apart and faded. I must gather all the shards, call the true god back to this mortal plane, and turn back the tide of this doomed fate. Gather the shards, and bring the true god back to life.
Well, that was certainly intense. Geez, okay, so we're somewhere. Okay, we're on the pyramids, I guess. But the pyramids are in the sky, but upside down? Yeah, that's all I can gather from that. Okay, so above us is the map, in which we can explore soon. There seems to be a cool fleet flying around, too. Oh, yeah, there we are. Okay. Ooh, look at the map. Sunset Bay. These are the areas I think we can explore for now. And then it does seem to expand into River Delta, and then many other regions that go north and northwest, including a big old pyramid over there. Eye of Sands. Okay, so a lot to explore, a lot to explore. What's that up there? Ancient Pyramid. Right, one of the nearby monuments. But there is a pyramid behind us, so let's go check that out. And see what waits for us up there. Ooh, low gravity. Okay. Are we in space then? Nice, nailed it. Repair celestial wings. Oh, really? Oh no. Oh, sweet. I thought we were gonna die, but we had a sweet superhero landing. Alright, look at our mask. Nice. It's like evolved into a full suit or something like that, along with the celestial wings. I'm not sure what constitutes his armor, but well, there we go. Walk with the gods is our first objective, and there's our boat, and we got ourselves an open, I'm gonna say sea? I think it's the Nile, but it does look like maybe more of an ocean or lake. I don't know. Well, we'll find out as we go. We're on Tutorial Island, though, and it does look like, I thought those were ships going around, but okay. Ooh, let's see if we got loot. Oh, nothing in there. Oh, wait a minute. On the right side is the inventory stuff. Okay. How do we move all? T to withdraw all. Nice. Okay. So we got some gear already. And now wait, that's weird. Our character looks like this, but we look like this. I'm not sure if we're actually wearing this armor and stuff yet. Can I put it on? That looks to be right there. There we go. Oh, wait, we already got the foot gear on. I'm guessing they gave us so much of this because it's also maybe for friends, but it does seem to have durability, so I'm not going to worry about having too much of armor and weapons, right? We got a vine whip, too. A good weapon, it looks like. How do we equip that? Use or equip. Okay. Oh, nice. Crack that whip. Licorice whip. Apparently we're also taking damage. Or maybe that's not damage, but we have more health now because we put on armor or something. Let's bandage up, though. Okay, cool. All right. After repairing the wings of the sky, mask on the floating island, you gain the divine power of flight. Press V to summon super wings. Woo! Oh, experience plus 20. Nice. Oh, and we could hit control to plow right down. Nice. All right, let's go to our boat. Oh, hey, are you guys a crew member? Nope. Okay, you guys are enemies. Let's try to smash. Hell yeah. Get whipped. Let me try some other weapons. Let's try the spear, maybe? Oh, that's rude. Let's turn off our wings. Oh, now we're back to normal. Okay, let's use the hammer. I was like going turbo. Let's eat a food. Back to our bandage. Maybe this is a throwable. Oh, it's a sword. Where are these two going? Come on, we're still fighting. I don't see a way to block. Right click doesn't seem to do it. Oh, they're getting me good. Bandage up again. Let me try to fly. And come on down again. Yeah, that's right. Oh! Okay, that was a hell of a bit of combat there. Death package though from the enemy. Oh, good, some bandages and a copper coin. Okay. And from the other one the same. Okay. We'll have to learn the combat as we go. It looks like each of the different weapons have different combo abilities and things like that. Hey, we got some stuff in here. Some wooden deck ramps, some retractable gangways, some stuff to build our ship with. Nice. I guess we're commandeering this vessel then. So now we get some free stuff to build. And this right here is all built with materials that you can build with in the game. So we got some ramps here to get us up out of the water. And then we've got like a big old door here too. This is probably going to be my favorite part of the game is building ships. And right now this one's in the water, but eventually they should be able to fly. We got a nice little canopy here. And different workstations. We have a carpenter's table, craftsman's bench. We got a little fire in the middle, probably for you know, cooking up some food. We got an armor and a weapon crafting bench here too, and they all look really good, as well as the armor and plating itself. You know, all the structures and things like that look good. Well, looks like there might be some areas to swim around. Can we swim? Well, we sure can. Wonder if we can go fishing down here. Could be crocodiles, alligators, bears down here. Who knows? I don't want to stay in the water for too long. But I do want to investigate what it's like to build a bigger ship. But we'll go sail around a little bit, and then we'll maybe investigate building a little bit more. All right, press T to open knowledge and technology. So in this game, we have a lot of different, well, technology, right? We have different ages, if you will. So we start here at the rise of the barbarians, work our way down to the dawn of the new tribe, and as we unlock more and more technology, we unlock more and more usually weapon-based stuff. So like, you know, the Bronze Age. Then we've got like the Iron Age, Iron Pit Bonfire. Then we've got steel, and then we've got fine steel, and then a couple other things towards the end too. So it's like you go from caveman all the way up to the Age of Steel. Although with Egypt, it's kind of almost like we're in the Bronze Age to begin with. But there's a lot of stuff here to research, so let's get to it then. And they're asking us to research just to take a peek at it. But go to the small wooden boat, climb on the second level, press E to operate the ship's helm. We're going to become the captain. I'm the captain now. And away we go. Woo! That's pretty awesome. Okay, so, oh wait, actually from here, we can open the ship inventory if we press B. We can also left Alt to modify our crewmen, so eventually we'll be able to recruit, let's just say, NPCs to be a part of our crew and maintain the ship for us, because then we can left shift, and then we can actually gather the crew to do different stuff too. So very nice. All right, let's go ahead and build a little bit. So they're saying equip a wooden deck foundation, and then press Z to switch between styles and create your own unique home. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some stuff in our hotbar. So we'll try these wooden deck foundations here. And that was our luminous waste lamp. So that's going to give us lighting at nighttime. Let's go ahead and put some walls there. This is the thing I'm really interested in the most, is the base building, especially because now it's a vehicle, right? So we can make this a lot longer. We can make this taller. And, you know, if you're playing with friends, you can all, of course, manage the ship together, or maybe even build your own, each to their own, which would be nice. There's our inventory there. We got a spot for our own crew's quarters. And now it's time to install a wooden deck wall and some of those things like that. So let's try a deck wall. Not sure where we want to put that, though. Actually, we'll do it in here. We can make a little wall there. There we go. And we also need to build a foundation. You can see all the options here too, where we can choose different styles. Right on the screen, all the way across, we see windows and curved pieces. We have support beams. Some of them are actually like railing that's made of rope. And there's even one for the stairs too. So lots of different decorative options, and also options to make things look nice. If we press Z, you can see we're sorting through all that stuff. So if we want to, we can put down little ropes here. on the stairwell. Ooh, look at that. And make it all safety-like. Yeah, we're safe now. We're OSHA compliant. That's right. Okay, let's do the other side. You know, because why not? And let's also put down a foundation piece if we can. Let's see. I don't know if we can put it below water. But you can actually see we have like little floaters there. Nice. I'm gonna try to build maybe out here out the front. Let's see if we can angle this just right. Perfect. And then I should be able to delete this railing and make my own if I want to. But this is fine for now. So if we delete that, we can put down different railing types and maybe even put a tower up front to be able to stand on and shoot as we do drive-bys, which would be cool. Alright, install a ship rudder on the ship. Accessories enhance the ship's sailing performance, such as speed. Oh, really? Great! So the more sails, the more rudders we have, the better off we are. How do we build a rudder? Boat home, it's called. That's our current objective. I like this, though, and I like the look of all the stuff in the inventory. Just to get distracted for a moment, as I usually do, we do have quite a bit of different stats here to look at, as it's almost like an RPG. We have 8 unassigned stat points to spend, so we can spend those on things like perception, physique, strength, endurance, and agility. And then there's also proficiency on top of that. So as we do these things more and more, we'll also gain proficiency in them. So using spears, shields, building stuff out of wood and stone, or gathering those materials will certainly help us to become then masters in those things, where we can then get more bonuses that way. So there's like layers and layers of kind of support and rewards for what you do in the game. We also have survival elements, as you'd imagine. We have to eat and drink, so food and water indicated here. We also have a little bit of encumbrance to worry about, and then morale and our mask energy too, which is kind of like mana for certain things. But as you can see, we also have a reputation here, which we're a novice vagrant, but we can eventually work our way up and become more famous that way. And then we have an option to rename ourselves anytime we want, and you can add a remark if you'd like to. Wow, that's remarkable. Lots of stats on your damage, your poison, bleed, all related to your build. So if you want to be a ranged, well, let's say a poison archer, and maybe have some daggers and be like a little bit of a rogue, you can do that too, as long as the weapons exist, that kind of thing. We also have an option to assign our thralls here through work, but we'll do that later if we find them. So we'll be able to unlock them and get them all sorted there too. Good stuff. But I gotta say, I really like the portrait of our person. This looks really good. Very good, like, clothing style. It looks just really cool. I don't know. Anyway, install a ship rudder then. So let's do that. Do we have a ship rudder in our inventory? Loom. Oh, we got a tanning rack and stuff, though. Hold on. Let me put down some actual benches. Well, this will take up a little bit of space. Okay, so inside here, this might be a good spot to put some things, although, again, it's a little cramped. But there's some areas to sit down here, too. Might be a good idea, as our first design would be to remove this roof and then just extend the deck out over the top of the deck below, and that'll give us like double the space if we copy the design. So it probably would be a good idea to maybe delete what's here already and start building on top of that. So if we wanted to do that, yeah, we absolutely can. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy to do that, actually. And I love how the foundation tries to build is like a 3x3, but if you overlap, it lets you kind of just build like a +2 then, that kind of thing. So very nice. Alright, so we got a little extension here. I gotta figure out how to delete stuff, but first let's just put things down. It looks like the foundation here is cracked. Unlike this foundation here, it might not have the support that it needs, and might need more support in order to build through there. I don't know. It looks like there's also going to be a little bit of a collision too. What do we have for deleting? Not sure, but I would like to actually craft some stuff too. Over on the right side, we have an option to craft a lot of stuff in the game. We have things that are made of thatch. We have different types of torches and looms there. We got tanning racks and stone hammers. These are things that we've unlocked so far through tech, but we just can't afford because we don't have the materials. So eventually we can unlock a lot more stuff there. So let's go ahead and check this out, by the way. If we have a item we want to search for, we can go for like rudder and see if we find it. Looks like there is one here. We have a small wooden boat stern rudder. We'll need leather rope, hardwood handles, and hardwood planks for that, or iron ingots, you know, depending on the recipe, that kind of thing. So there might be a few more options to do that before we get to it, unless we have some in our storage somewhere, which if we check the boat storage, we got nothing in there. So it's all good, but we do have a small speed sail there, and we also have a bed. Our rudder must be here somewhere. Our loom. And there's our small wooden boat stern rudder. That's what they're looking for there. So we could pop that maybe on the back. So luckily we got one for free. So let's get that stuff in our inventory. Try that, put that on 1. And then we'll see if we can lock that into the back. Alright, that'll help us to steer a bit more. Alright, target the campfire, load it up with fuel. And these are some of the things we can make here. So we got roasted marshmallows, I mean mushrooms, pumpkin, we got roasted corn, potatoes, fish, all that kind of stuff. And then other things we can craft here too. Lots of stuff. Alright, what do they want us to do? Let's see. Collect thatch or branches nearby to replenish your fuel supply. Okay. So let's go find a little island to park on. Oh, right behind us would be perfect. Back where we landed. Actually, in front of us. Let's go explore new lands. And now we can really turn. And of course, we got an extra sail in our inventory, so we can put that up on top. So right now, we're capable of traveling at 11 meters per second, and we stop on a dime. Now, if we want to add another sail here, let's see what it'll change for us. Oh, our boy can actually climb. Well done. Oh, it exceeds the boat's quantity limit. Okay, we can only have 2 at the moment, but it would have been cool to build up there. All good, let's go gather some materials and fight enemies. Woo! Getting carried away there. We beached ourselves. That's fine. Okay, so we got plenty of reeds here. Collecting water. Ooh, we've upgraded our harvest proficiency. Look at how massive this is. Crazy. All that thatch. Got to be some enemies around here. Let's go find them. Let's dance. Try to use our big O hammer again. Anybody here? They want to fight? Now, here we go. Oh, wow. Where you going, pal? You wanted to fight a second ago. I'll be strong. There we go. So that's just the hammer, for example. And then, of course, we got the sword, which we saw earlier. And it looks like we can make shields and maybe other defensive weapons, too. Oh, look at that proficiency upgrade. And you know what? We got points to spend for our skills. I mentioned it before, but now we're up to 9. So let's go ahead and maybe invest 1 each. We'll go ahead and put 1 into each of these. Then we'll hit spacebar. There we go. Cool, now we got no points to spend. But we spent all of the ones we had, so that's cool. How you guys doing? I think we should be able to harvest this. Oh, wow, look at this. What's great here is you can also see, in terms of hunting, where we did the most damage. So we were hitting them in the head. And so when we fight big enemies or if we go hunting, you can see how efficient you are in killing an enemy. You could do 100% of the damage through a headshot, but a lot of enemies will probably eventually take more damage than that. And this one here on the right side, it says spot of last hit was the head, and integrity rating and a Seckle rating is also excellent, so I guess maybe we'll get some meat from that. Should have a knife somewhere. I think we might be able to slaughter here. Stone Butcher's knife. Let's go ahead and equip that. And see if we can get ourselves some meat. Maybe we can't. Stone Butcher's knife is what we're equipped with. Under 9. Oh yeah, there we are. Obtain flesh meat, yep. Fresh meat, that is. Okay, cool. So we got a lot of materials here to gather. We can cut down trees to gather wood. We got enemies that eventually we can harvest for meat. And we got kind of a space to be able to gather things for our base, too. Like other stuff. Stone. Oh, okay, what the hell is that? A boar! Well, that enemy's getting us good. It's a boss battle. Back to the hammer. Well, that certainly was a bore. You know, not boring, just certainly was a bore. Good stuff. All right, so we got a lot more to explore. We started here. We sailed to the west. Looks like the east might be destroyed or damaged. There's probably a lot of enemies out there somewhere. But this looks like a good spot to raid here next. So we would have to prepare our boat for a little bit of an adventure on these few islands here to gather more thatch, leather, do tanning, that kind of thing, and then get better weapons to then start taking over this island to where there's these ancient ruins, POIs that have guardians there, which we can then, again, recruit people there, if you know what I mean, and then maybe find some resources in each biome or different areas. So we're in Sunset Bay now. To our west is the River Delta. To the north of that is where we are now, the Three River Junction. So there's 3 rivers coming together there. And then the Ancient Pyramids, which seems to be our first main goal. Recommended awareness strength for reputation 15. So they want us to level up a little bit for that, to be able to go where no man has gone before in Soul Mask. A lot more awaits us, but I also want to be streaming this one sometime in the future too. So I absolutely will be coming back to this map, of course, and then also, you know, in terms of it being the DLC, going to take a look at more of that, and then also, of course, the full game at 1.0 when it launches, as long as I can get back in my boat. I do love that we can crawl up like that, though. It's very nice. Like, if you goof like I did, there's like lots of ways to actually enter vehicles and also buildings. Let's see if we can pull out here. Oh yeah, no problem. We'll just back right out. Cool. Now eventually this boat becomes a flying boat, so that'll be sweet. And I can't wait to see it. It is 26 degrees Celsius right now too. I wonder what weather plays into this game. I suppose maybe the wind direction could be important here for sailing. Alright, it is time to go get some new hires then. So before we attack the island, we need some new recruits, and I want to show off a little bit more of the combat, and one of the things that's really great too, which is a perception ability, which we can activate with Q, which allows us to see enemies and food and other things like that. So we'll sail back to the initial starting area and see if we can get some new recruits. If not, if they don't want to join us, because it might depend on the level of barbarity that they are, we can go elsewhere. So what we're going to do here is pull up on some people, fight them. If they want to join us, we could use E in order to trigger that with our Soul Mask, and then essentially put them into kind of a state of rest with some broth. In other words, we've got to really rough them up, get their health low, and then kind of nurse them back to health with broth, and they'll be so thankful that we did that. It's going to be amazing. Hey, look at that. The other boat is here. Well, I guess our initial starting boat, so we can break that down for materials, or maybe even like build the ship bigger, which would be great on this ship, would be to build another, I don't know, something like a galley or individual crew rooms. If you're playing with friends, you could all, you know, build your own little space for you know, sleeping and storing your stuff, and then also some recreation. Oh, looks like we got some lovely motivated recruits here. Hello, you two. Oh boy, they're mad. All right, so if we press Q here, we can see that they're we can see their level. We can see that they want us dead. That you don't need a scan for that. There's some crabs over there. Crab people. All right, let's go ahead and do some more combat. So we got ourselves a roll, of course. We can dodge all their attacks like that. Pretty sweet. We can also charge up. We saw some of these things at the start, but I wanted to do it again because it's actually quite fun to test it out. We're going to go with the Mega Charge. Nice. Look at that. Whoa, he's dead. And also, wow, that was so good it upgraded our hammer. Now let's see if we can recruit this one. She's kind of mad that we killed her friend. My bad, man. Let's see. Oh, he's got his stuff here too, the death package. Can we deter you at all? I don't think she's deterred at all. Oops, bopped you in the noggin. But that's fine. We got some stuff here, some water bottles, some bandages. Those will be important. I think our inventory, yeah, we got so much stuff. We're personally full. Like everything on our person is full. Some other stuff we'd probably give to friends, but we do have the most important thing here, which is broth. That'll do a really good job of getting started in our recruiting process. So let's go ahead and get back on the ship, and we'll find some other recruits. So we'll deploy that process again and again, and that stuff, I think eventually will despawn, but it's okay. You don't have to gather everything. Usually I'm a loot goblin, so everybody's probably taken back by that and being like, what? Who is this? But yeah, it's me. Hi. How you doing? All right, let's go ahead and pull out here, and we'll open up our tutorial. We've kind of skipped a few of the things that it's asking us to do, or we're just doing it in a different order, really. All right, so we're going to go ahead and travel to ruins or a barracks, approach a barbarian with HP below 50 or 20% if they're level 10 or above, and we'll press E to deter a barbarian. We can then press E again to carry them back to the ship, and then we can also press Y in order to restore the mask function, and also Q to do some management. We can also manage their time and things like that. So there's quite a few things to do under work for that, and we mentioned that before. But there's also, by the way, I should mention, really great tutorials in the game on how to do a lot of this stuff, like how to recruit tribesmen, I think is around here somewhere as well. Yep, how to do that, and great to see some pictures too, explaining how to do things without too much complexity. Whenever a developer can put up a picture and a small little brief, you know, like less than a paragraph of how to do something, or even a little video, love that. I think that's the best thing in the world whenever there's a mechanic that seems like it's complicated but can be done in a little bit of time and with a couple of quick button presses. All right, let's see if we can find some new recruits here. We got to go to a ruin in order to do that. They mentioned that before. Oh, do you want to be a new recruit? No, that would be a bird. How about you, sir? Would you? Nope, that's a bull. Leave me alone. There's probably nobody here, but we'll have to find, you know, some more people then. Is that bananas? Oh, it just leaves. All right, well, nobody here. Let's move on to the next location. But that's what's so powerful about that scan, is you can just pull up real quick and see if anything changed since the last time you were there. So let's go back to the boat, and there's where we started back there. We'll pull up to a new location. The hunt begins. Or continues now for new recruits. All right, so we've got 2 locations done. Let's see if there's anybody else around. Maybe we can go to... oh, maybe there's some ruins over here. Oh, yeah, there's definitely some ruins up there. I don't know if that's going to be too high of a level. Oh, wait a minute. There's ruins on the other side. But, wait. That said Guardian Beast. Okay. So we want to find, like, Outcast there. Okay, that's good. Outcast Beast. Right, that's what we're looking for, is Outcast. So let's pull up there. That's going to be probably a tough location for us to hit up. But we can maybe go up to the top up there. So we'll pull up real quick and see if we can do some big damage. Okay, let's go to the mysterious ruins and see if we can get some recruits over here. We'll get rid of all the other stuff on our screen and try to... by the way, there's a lot of helpful stuff here. I do appreciate when a game in like big bold letters tells you all the controls and stuff, and there's even more at the bottom there. Okay, let's go ahead and jump off the ship, and we're where we need to be. Ooh. Oh, man. Okay, it's like a ruined temple. All right. Actually, these should be kind of new ruins, right? Like, if it's... I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, if it's the old times. Oh, hi. How you doing? Do I have to sign in or something? Is there a guest book? All right. Time to hammer you down. Hammer time. Ooh, got a double damage on that one. My turn. Ooh, he got a double in there, too. Okay, I'm carrying a ton of stuff, but bandages are always welcome. Do those stack? Oh yeah, good. Okay, let's head to the top then. It's been quite the quest, my personal quest in this game to be able to like recruit people. You know what's fun is that, you know, each and every time you play a game, it is always different for everybody who plays. So like when you're looking at an open world game, you're going to have, you know, a different experience, different enemies spawning. You're going to go to different locations, things like that. Always fun to see what happens for everybody, you know? Never know what will happen. Maybe somebody's going to want to build onto their boat first, or go right into combat. Or in my case, recruit. Hello. Bad. Ooh. I'll just keep taking the bandages. Wait. Oh, these stack to 9. Okay. I'll just take those. All right, let's apply a bandage. A bandage. There we are. And this is what we've been missing. That's what we need. Awareness strength needed 5 for tribesman recruitment. So we'll need a sunstone, not enough energy. And I thought we had some. Maybe some of these enemies had one. There's the green crystal. We found one before by going to like a treasure chest or something. Whatever you want to call it. Ooh, 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 what was that? A little bit of dinner? Roasted locust. Oh, lovely. Okay. So I think we can get what we need to go here by going to one of the nearby camps, raiding that, and then swinging back here. So it's not too far we have to go. So it's basically going to be a raid mission, plug in that crystal, and then find some new recruits, to which maybe this area will have some people that we can recruit too. Let's go ahead and try to figure that out. All right, back on the helm. Okay, we're backing out. Actually, I think we can go up here. I feel like these scouts had some that we saw before. Ooh! Alright, I really appreciate that. We just clipped through a dock like that, and that is really awesome, so that way navigating with the boat is not so tedious. To put objects in the player's way, but be able to navigate through them without too much hassle, you may say, oh, brakes my emergent. But I like that, though. I like that. It's actually kind of nice. This is how it is. Hi, guys. All right, good to see you again. Wow, new moves. I'm coming back for you. Wow, look at this. She's boxing. She's boxing. Okay, let me bop the pupper real quick. Sorry about that, pupper. And then, did you guys have a box here? You do. Okay, I need to get into this. Ma'am, I'm going to come back for you later. Ma'am. Wow, she's like a kickboxer. Look at this. Okay, I want her to chase me over here. Come over here, ma'am. Oh, I want to recruit you. Oh, she's got bow in it. Who's she shooting? All right, well, while you do that, ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and sneak stealth mission now. Okay, she doesn't see me. Perfect. Excellent. Oh, there's nothing here. Hey, hey. Oh, she didn't want me taking her food. Okay, maybe there's a sun thingy here. With like scissors or something like that. What about the dog? Nothing on the dog? Alright, we gotta find a sunstone. Did I put one in a box? I don't think we built a box on the ship, did we? I did. But I didn't put anything in it. I should have, though. I gotta get out of here, though. I'm under attack. Okay, that's great. We found a recruit who might be very, very useful later. Oh, and there's all the fish. Perch, level 20. Are they trying to eat me? Okay, actually, there's a ruin in front of us. Guarded by beasts. It's actually behind us. Alright, let's give that a try. Okay, so let's go and find these beasts. Then maybe I can find the stone in which we need for the upgrade to then do some recruiting. Okay, so that is directly in front of us. So behind this, maybe? Oh, a sandstorm. Darude! Darude is here. Oh, good. I'm gonna punch a boar to death. There we go. Oh, another one. Nice try, pal. Oh, he got up here too. Mega charge. Nice. Love those hammer attacks. I really do. All right, ancient relic open. Hey, there's what we need. Green crystal and sunstone. Let's go ahead and grab all that stuff, though. I'll leave some of these things here. These are all things we should put on the ship, by the way. But, you know, I'm lazy. Plus, I think we could come back to some of these locations, too. And you're always welcome to take things out of your inventory that you don't really want. And instead of just dropping it, you just interchange it from a treasure chest, and then you're good to go. And wandering around in the reeds. That's a great place to hide. Alright, climbing the wall. Alright, and we're facing the right way. We'll just go down river a little bit. Park at that dock. This is a nice looking area, by the way. All the ruins here of, like, people sitting on the throne. Pretty looking water. Then we can just pull right up to the dock without having to worry about it. That's an underrated feature, really. Like, look at this. That is VIP right there. That's nice. It's the equivalent of, like, being able to pull up an extended gangplank or whatever, but not having to really worry about it. I don't want to stress. Now, can I finally get myself a new recruit? Any more people in here? Oh, she's leaving. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Press Y to open the mask node and repair interface. Please try again after repairing. Connection enhancement. Oh, wait, that one's... Oh, there's a few of them pulsing here. Core functional mode. Okay. Quality assessment and connection enhancement. And how many points do we have to spend here? Mask energy, 13 out of 1400. Okay. We've upgraded a little bit. Tribesman recruitment, that's what we want there. Use to acquire. All right, let's try again. There we go. No tribesman recruitment repairs. So that's what I needed to do. So if we go to Y, now we can see we have our tribesman recruitment ready. So that's what we needed to repair. So we have to come here. I do like, by the way, if you press I, you can see all the people that you've recruited, and then a little bit more on the management of all those people, and also like some of the things you may have them doing. So, and stats for ourselves too. Like a good management screen. Okay, it is time to get back to the boat, and I like the Rocky lady, right? The one throwing fists. She was pretty cool. I hope she's still at that scouting station. That'll be our first recruit. Finally, our first new hire after all that time. What's great here is I've had a lot of fun here goofing around. Even before, like, seriously building or worrying about managing a base and, like, managing people. I'm just goofing in the tutorial area, and that's typically a sign of a good game where if you can really just spend a lot of time in the opening area and there's a lot to do and you're not really interested in leaving yet because you've kind of just been, I don't know, enjoying gathering a ton of materials and doing combat and like grinding up levels before even leaving, that's a good sign when you're not pushed out of an area that you enjoy being in. And this is a beautiful area to be in, so why leave? Okay, ma'am? Wait, that's a different ma'am. Oh, no, it's the same ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Hey! Time to get recruited. Oh, man, look at these moves. I hope you can teach me some of these moves, ma'am. Look into my eyes. I'm upper management now. That's right. I think I did it. Hello. Oh. I can see you're not happy with the benefits. Okay. All right. But we've got what we need, though, in order to recruit more people. Maybe it's not 100% success rate, but also it might be the type of thing where you recruit somebody 1 minute, and then the next minute you immediately want to get rid of them and get somebody else and replace them. And that's totally up to you, and it's kind of part of the management process. So there we go. So if you'd like to recruit people right away, you just start in your opening area, sail over here, maybe get some combat in, sail up to the mysterious ruins after snagging some stuff from these boxes here, and then starting to find people all around the area. So, like, for example, the Barbarian Barracks is a great place to find people, although a little risky because there's quite a lot of higher-level enemies there, or at least a few of them to deal with at the same time. But then maybe Outlanders here, or Outcasts, in order to find them there. And then each of these gold areas have a good upgrade. They're good to check out. And, again, we're just kind of in the initial River Delta and Sunset Bay area. Imagine going to all these other areas that eventually unlock, including the crazy pyramid up there, and much more. There's a lot to discover, a lot to explore. She's jam-packed. Oh, well. Oh, hello. Would you like to be a recruit? No? All right, then. You're a bird brain anyway. All right, well, that's all the time we had today for our first look at Soul Mask, the 1.0 release. The game size is the base game and can support 500 plus hours of gameplay. That's pretty incredible. And players, everybody, you don't need to play the base game first. You can just jump straight into the DLC and try all the things you saw here today and probably do much better than me. All right, links down below in the description for this one. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you all soon for more Soul Mask. This game certainly got a lot of heart and a lot of soul, so we'll be dipping our toes into the sand again sometime soon. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.